Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 with none other than King Benedict the Lame of England. Right then, so since the last session we had to give away West Connacht, having just captured it from this fella, the Prince Archbishop Sesenach the Wicked. Yes, so what we have done is we have given it away to our commander, one of our many capable commanders, a Bohemian man. Nice little bit of linky to a previous campaign, of course. So look at him, stout man. He shall be a good man for the job. He's ambitious, which could be a problem, and he's actually pretty capable. He's an ambitious genius. Not the greatest of vassals, I would have thought, but we can soon take the entire duchy title. We can kind of bury him under somebody more pliable eventually. But for now, for the time being, rewarding him for his part in the war for Moray. Yeah, we reward those that do us well. So that's him sorted for now. We can actually usurp the title right now, but there's no point in doing that. It wastes money. We're saving money for a crusade, and even though the Prince Bishop would become just a regular bishop and we're 2 steps higher, he still won't swear fealty because he hates us. So there's no point of even doing it for that reason. So we'll just sit pretty on that for now. When the time is right, we shall take his title through war. We don't need to usurp. No, we'll take it by force when the time is right. So that's that little situation sorted. So before I continue on, there's nothing else to cover in the preamble today, which you'll be pleased to know, so we can proceed onwards quite quickly. But 2 things. First of all, I've just stumbled across a program called RTX Voice, which is a program really for RTX graphics cards, NVIDIA RTX graphic cards, which uses some kind of magical hocus pocus stuff to drown out just remove any background noise, so keyboard clicks and all the kind of stuff. And it does it really well. It does it really well. I've just done a couple of test recordings, and you can't hear the keyboard at all. So that is really good stuff. I'm not doing it with this session. I'm going to try it for the next Pillars of Eternity session, just because I use a keyboard more with Pillars of Eternity, whereas this, it's just keyboard, it's just mouse clicks really. I don't use the keyboard other than to press the space bar. So I'll do it for Pillars of Eternity as a first official test session. I don't have an RTX graphics card, I have just a GTX 1080, but there is a workaround. You can install it and you can use it for GTX graphic cards as well. There is an issue with performance apparently, but I'll see if that's the case. I haven't tried it in a game, I just tried it with a voice recorder at the moment. So yeah, that's to look forward to, but if it does work, I might not need to get a new microphone quite so swiftly, because they're quite expensive at the moment, a lot of them, because of the pandemic. They're not in quite so good supply at the moment, so I'm just hanging fire on a new microphone right now. Anyway, that's the first piece of it. The second piece of thing, this is just sort of nonsense really, you don't need to listen to this really, but I'm recording this at sort of 10:30 in the morning because, rather fortunately, the computer systems are down at work. Obviously I work from home, the network is down, the VPN server is down, I can't log on at the moment, so it gives me a bit of free time this morning, which is welcome. So I'm recording this when I should be working, but I can't work, so yeah, happy days. And it's sunny outside is the final thing. So all in all, not a bad start to the week. Right then, so there you go, there's your preamble today. Nothing to do with the game, but I just thought I'd give some other stuff instead. So what's the plan for today's session? The plan for today's session is to get to the Crusade. We will get to the start of the Crusade today. I was going to do a really long session today, but I think what we'll do is I'll record this a couple more sessions this week. I don't normally upload a session on a stream day, but I will do this week, so I'll be getting some more of these out for you, don't worry. But a nice short sharp start to the week, 509 days. As soon as the Crusade starts, we'll end the session, and then the next one will be crusading, baby. Of course we have to join it after we left it by mistake last time. Yeah. I liken this to the fact that perhaps maybe there's been a bit of a mumbling, that we're not quite so behind the Crusade as we think. Because we're not, but yeah, there's a few rumours going around. I don't know who's spreading them. It's probably those damn tavern people. Not looking at anybody in particular. So yeah, that's what I liken that to. But we'll be repledging our support as soon as we can. Other than that, it's going to be a session of waiting, because there's nothing we can do war-wise, so it's just a bit of management. A bit of management of the old kingdom, see what the game throws at us, deal with it effectively, no doubt, and then, yeah, the final thing, we are preparing for this crusade properly, which means raising our men, raising our boats in preparation for the start. Getting that done straight away so that our boats are shored on Egypt's on Egypt's beach, right? So that when the crusade starts, we're the first ones there. We want that maximum contribution this time. No previous English king has obtained being the most successful ruler in a crusade. We shall be the first doing that. We shall be the first emperor. We shall be the most exalted Johansson who has ever lived. Alright, that's the plan. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get all that ready, because the crusade is starting in now 443 days, and I think it's going to take a while for us to get our men ready, get them shipped over, so I kind of think we might want to do that sooner rather than later. Princess Matilda, learn your scriptures, my dear. We're a holy family, don't forget, if anybody asks. Oh, hang on. He was betrothed to my half-sister, has he? Oh, she's turned into a lunatic, and it looks like he's broken the betrothal. Ah, right. You don't fancy marrying a lunatic? Oh, and he's got great pox. Oh, that was a marriage that was perfect, wasn't it? That was doomed to failure from the start, it seems. Right, okay. So do you know what? We've got 512 coffers. 512 gold rather in the coffers. I think now is a good time to start preparing for this crusade. So get the boats out, get the units ready, get them shipped down to Egypt in preparation. Dock in Barcelona, which is friendly territory, it's Catholic territory. Dock them here, and then soon as it's good to go, pew! Where is their capital? Oh, Crusade. Crusade? What is the target? What would be best to take? Is it this? The Lighthouse of Alexandria, one of the 7 wonders of the world. Oh my god, that would be kind of cool. What would give us the best war score? Would it be going to the Crusade capital? Or Satrapy of Alexandria, Crusade Shahadan? Because he's like got bits of land up here. It's got bits of land now down there, but it's the Kingdom of Egypt that we are after. So, how do we figure out where's the sort of the Kingdom of Egypt? If we go de jure here, let's have a look. This is Siwa, de jure part of the Kingdom of Egypt, which actually is there. Oh, that's why, because Egypt is there right now. Okay, it's too complicated to figure out what's the best place to take. Probably the ruler's capital. Really, but that's kind of all the way over here. We'll just run rampant over Egypt. It'll do. It'll do. Maybe we'll take down the Alexandria Lighthouse. We'll bring that wonder of the world crumbling down a little bit prematurely in the timelines of history. We'll see. Right. Okay. We don't want to be too early because we don't want to kind of be sat there money burning. But I do think it's going to take us a little while to get there. So. I think what we'll do is we'll give it until there's a year left. So we'll go kind of June, July time, and then we'll do it. Because I don't think anybody else is going to be doing this. So we'll have a head start anyway. And we're getting in the Pope's good graces. The Pope loves us. Of course he does. Even though we're not in the Crusade at the moment, it's fine. He's like, yeah, whatever. Whatever, mate. Just join when you can. September. 26th of September, we're back in. We're back in, don't you worry. And we're just 174%. We're almost twice as strong as the pledged enemy. Look at them, just all little poxy satraps. More like flipping claptraps. Oh, look at that. Oh dear. Peasant revolt in Scotland. Couldn't have happened to a nicer king. Oh, my heart bleeds. Okay. So we're kind of a year away. Oh, a blessed has passed. The blessed of Tyrconnell, land of the Irish. Right up here somewhere, I think it is it? Tyrconnell, yeah, right up there. Oh, bless her heart. Blessed be her name. Yes, blessed, blessed. Of course, we only have blesseds here in the good old kingdom of England and Ireland that I'm in charge of. I foster this kind of personality within my vassals. Yes, I do. Yeah, but she's 76. She was... No, I had a big hand in it. It's all my teaching. But there's a blessed up here as well, isn't there? Yeah. Lots of blesseds in our lands. It's just how we do business. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. Right, come on, let's do this. I'm getting itchy feet. I want to move. I want to move. Right, the entire English force shall merge in our homeland. Why not? So we'll get them merged first, then we'll get the boats done separately, just to save us a bit of coin. And then we should be good. About, how many men can we muster? 13,000, near enough. That'll have to do. Of course, the king isn't going. It would really help with his kind of most exalted man kind of status. But, what the hell is happening here? That was a quick revolt. Okay. Yeah, it would really help with the exalted status, but being the king in charge of the, of England, whilst we are one of the most prominent contributors, that in itself would be enough, really. It's no need for us to put our life on the line. We've got bigger fish to fry, than some poxy state down in the sandy reaches of Egypt. So King Benedict the Lame, who has a club foot, a bona fide disability, contrary to the Disability Act 1069, is going to play on his illness. And it's playing up. It's playing up. He cannot possibly, with the best will in the world, it would be reckless and foolish for him. It's can't move out my bed. I'm there in spirit, he says. I'm there in spirit. I can't move out my bed. My clubfoot's playing up. But I am sending my greatest commanders to ensure that the job is done well. Yes, indeed. And so he absolves himself of attending. But of course, the Pope, who receives the letter, oh, now he wants to marry... Who are you? You're not even a family member of his. You're just... Oh, he is a family member. How are you related? How far down the line is he? Lambert. No. She's not good enough for the king. She's not good enough for the king. She's not good enough for some low-level family member, I'm afraid. My wife is pregnant again. Oh, this is happy news. The portents, the gods are smiling upon us. It's surely a sign as we prepare for a crusade. They give us another child. Let's go. Let's keep going. So, how many men will we get? About 13, 14k? Just short of 14, I think. Just short of 14. 26th September. Come on. Come on down. Come on down. Bingo bango, we're back in. We're back in, lads, we're back in. Join the crusade. Takes us to 191%. Choose a beneficiary. Same guy again. Egfrith, that's fine. He's a zealous man. He's the Welsh line. He's a Johansson though. We're not all about Welsh line, Johan line, Tenrid line here. We're about Johansson. Getting him in charge, another Johansson, it furthers our reputation as the head of the family, really. You know? So, yeah. 191%. This is good. This could be a cruise. Yeah, if we get there early, given that we should smash them in total, we've got to be careful in the early days that we, obviously we're there first. We don't want to get overrun by them whilst these people here are taking their time. So we've just got to be a bit savvy, but we could be good here. We could be good. We could be good. We're getting prepared. The money's increasing still, it's also good. A healthy tax system helps to pay for such war efforts. He's riding on the coattails of the Johanssons before him, of course. I'm sure all the rumours in the taverns are probably that any old man off the street could run this kingdom right now, given the profitability of the coffers due to previous works from other kings, but how dare they? I receive a letter from Count Guila of Vas, I don't know who he is, with a well-detailed approval of my decision to join the upcoming crusade. Ooh, and because we've joined, we have gained new friends. Oh, marvellous. Just look when a plan comes together. Right, crusade, how many days? 243. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's get the ships ready. Bring forth my ships. 213 of them. Bloody hellfire. That's a lot of ships. That's a lot of ships. It's probably too many ships, to be fair. But anyway, let's get him into Doggerbank to start with. We can always disband the ones that we don't need. We've got far too many, so do you know what? We'll shall we disband 20? Yeah. Oh no, let's not do that. We'll get him docked in port first. We'll get him whittled down to as many as we need, and then we'll be off. We'll be off. Time is ticking. See, time is ticking away pretty quickly here. It's a good job we've done this. I think we might just get there in time. Oh, we've lost Grigory, our tutor, our chaplain, our physician. We need to get that sorted ASAP. We need another very good holy man for that task. We need a very, very good holy man for that task. Okay, so we've got an Italian. Italians are renowned for their religion. An erudite yet ambitious, wrathful, chaste, very holy man who's a mastermind theologian. Or that'll do. That'll do. Let's give him a gift to ensure that he gets here safely. He's a Prince Bishop. No, that's not him. It's this guy, isn't it? There you go. Yeah. Come forth, Sinucello. Sinucello. Almost like limoncello. Quite similar. As I turn to alcohol speak. Okay, let's go. Let's keep moving. So we're going to split some of these out. Ooh, Benedicta at the table today, where you're supposed to eat quietly. Complained about the food being too hot without even touching it. No, make her wait. If you don't wish to eat your food, that is your problem. I am not about to start fussing over you, child. Oh, she won't eat now, and I have no energy to deal with it. Yeah, he's. I don't know if you've gathered the kind of. He's not a great father. Many times his kids have come to him with a book, expecting us to read to them or do something with them, and we've brushed them away. Not once, but I think twice. Go away, child, I'm busy. And now she's, no, food's too hot, Daddy, food's too hot. Starve to death then. Trying to organise a crusade here. But anyway, sorry about that, quick interruption. Hopeless indeed. Right, ships. We only need 140. So we'll get rid of you. Have to be docked. Don't know about fussy kids. Bloody fussy ship captains. Right, get rid of you. 195. Get rid of you. 163. Get rid of you. 143. That'll do. Let's get the commanders ready. So, Alfonso, Cor, and of course, the Earl of West Connacht. We have just given you that land. You will repay us by smashing the enemy in this crusade. Yes, you will. Board the ships. And travel forth with the king's blessing as he lies in bed lame. Oh, it's terrible pain he's in. And yes, but don't worry. As I said, my blessings go with you, my thoughts. Come back victorious. Else there'll be trouble. To the coast of Egypt we sail in preparations for our crusade. Right, in the meantime, there are many mysteries in the Catholic faith. It might be interesting to spend some time delving into the old texts of the Bible. No. Behind closed doors, we don't do religious stuff. It's all a front. No time for Bible reading, I'm afraid. No time for Bible reading at all. Now, if the Pope was in our presence, we'd be whipping that Bible out in a flash. Aha! Come forth, my high almoner. Come forth, my court physician. Come forth, my court chaplain. So now we have another holy man, holy hell, court chaplain Sinucello. I mean, we can't actually. I think because he's the high almoner, we can't now make him our court tutor, unfortunately. That's fine, and he loves us. Look at that. Uh-oh. Matilda is opening one of our letters. Oh, now if we had crew, we'd probably slap her. Oh, do we go back to being cruel again? Or do we let her off and say that she's... No. We've got to keep it up, haven't we? We lost cruel in the last session, but we can't help ourselves. We have refused to help her with her food. We have brushed her off when it comes to reading. Now she is taking my letters. Discipline needs to be instilled in such occasions. Yes, and she understands privacy better, you see. Discipline, it's what it's about. Back to being cruel again. Didn't last, did it? Okay. When is it cruel to discipline your child? Depends how far you went with the discipline. I'll leave that to people's imaginations. Dear, dear. Benedict the Lame. Wife is feeling gloomy. Burden of her unborn child causing some kind of unbalance. We'll buy her something nice. It's my wife. Slapping his kids about, but buying his wife nice gifts. What kind of priorities are they? Kids come first, don't they? I am waiting for a message because I'm going to be messaged when the connections are back online. Okay, the connections are back online. Oh. Okay, don't matter. Crusade is here very shortly anyway. It is a shorter session, as I said, so we'll be doing another session quite quickly after this one. Probably Wednesday. So fear not. It won't be too long without another one. But yeah, just kind of slotting this in during an opportune moment, really. Alright. Look at that. I've not... When did this happen? In fact, when did this happen? I mean, I know they were creeping up the kind of eastern coast of Italy, but they've now pretty much conquered the whole of the southern part of Italy and Sicily. Arls have crept in from the north. They've pretty much between them sandwiched the King of Italy, who has only that and that left. Oh yeah, and a bit of that. So, by hook or by crook, I think, yeah, Islam is being pushed out of Italy. It's taken a while, but now Orthodox is springing to the south, which, I mean, it's still Christian, so it's not as bad, but, I mean, still, going to war with an entire empire is a different kettle of fish. But it's good to see Italy is beginning to fall. Right, so how goes the Crusade? Still 178%. No major people in charge here. There's no sultans. They're all just satraps, and the Caliph of Farhad. 53%. Him and his satraps, basically. It's just him and his cronies. Nobody's come to support him. I mean, I think the Umayyads are the same branch of religion, aren't they? The Umayyads are Sunni. Oh, that's a bit of Shia. I wonder if he's Shia, maybe. Possibly. He might be Shia. Can you check exactly what he is? Don't bother me with news of children. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this crusade here. He is... Does it give us his branch? Oh, he's Shia. That's why. So yeah, Sunni of course is the predominant branch of Islam, as you can quite clearly see. There's only a handful of Shia, so that's why he's going to fail miserably. He's part of the minor branch. Makes sense. Right, Bjorthelm. What should we name? No, this is where I would come to you guys. What should we name our son? We are ending the session very shortly, and I can change his name willy-nilly. So I'm going to rename him a bit later. We'll name him Aelstan for now. You know what? Aethelstan. We had an Aethelstan, didn't we? But we'll have another one. Just this is just temporary. Names in the comments, please. What should we call our second son? You might want to keep with that. You might want to suggest something else. Speaking of names, it was Ollie who has suggested a couple of names for stuff that I asked for in the last session. So I asked for, as we zoom around like a flipping lunatic, the library, and I believe he suggested the Carpe Librum or something similar to that, which means seize the book. Seize the day, seize the book. I like that. And for the armoured Jupiter, sort of the the Roman god, the leader of the Roman gods, the head god, it's equivalent of Zeus, I think. You know, becoming emperor. You know, ruler of the Johanssons. There, you know, same kind of linky there. So I like that as well. So we'll rename the Splint Male now to Jupiter, to go with the other named Minerva, Justitia, Clementia, all different names of gods and goddesses here. And we'll name the library once I've got the name spelling correct for the library. But thank you to Ollie for that. Names, of course, for the second son. I write to inform you that the Holy See no longer supports Arpad Joseph for the lands of Thrace. With no fitting ruler, I will let you, faithful men and women of the cross, decide who these titles might befit. The passionate speech. What the hell's going on? In a passionate speech, Doge Ennio II of Pisa explains how all of us must gather our men to support something for the throne of the Byzantium Empire. He has managed to convince the rest of the Catholic realm to target Constantinople as part of the next crusade. Not this one. No. I've just took me men to flipping Egypt. This game is a joke. I'm telling you. Forget that crap. I'll use my power. I'll use my sway to overrule this decision. Don't you worry. Don't you worry one jot. Right. Where? Who was it? I bet it's gonna decline. Caliph of Cordoba, Bengals. Oh no, come on, tell me he's still here. Abyssinia? We cannot possibly bleed. Oh no. 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 He's here. Is this him? Crusade. Yes. That's the guy, isn't it? Shia. Right, King Benedict requests a change to the destination back to where it should be. For the Kingdom of Egypt. Yeah? Let's not do anything hasty. Byzantine Empire now. Too strong. And I'm already at Egypt. Oh, what's a decline? He's declined. Is that a decline? Is that a decline? Oh! No, it's not a decline at all. Right, we're back on. We're back on, son. We're back on. Back to the right foot. Whew. Let's get this crusade started before anything else goes wrong. Bloody hell, fire. We're having a war by letter to the Pope. You know, our new court chaplain came back. What the hell? The crusade target has been changed. What? Get the parchment out quickly. Hastily scrolling something on there. And because we've actually changed targets quite quickly, they don't seem to have got themselves mustered quickly enough. They're only now 38%. They will get more, of course. But anyway, yes, hastily writing down your faithful servant, and this is why we should go to war for Egypt. You know, the one of the wonders, and yes, and send it. And just before the crusade is due to start, the Pope says, you know what, King Benedict? You are right. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, don't worry about it, Your Holiness, don't worry. We all have these slips. King Benedict the Lame has accepted the call to arms from Pope Eugenius III, opposing Caliph Farhad the Cur. Due to having pledged to join the crusade, we had no other choice, and we wouldn't wish to have any other choice. We are a holy man. And so we crusade for Egypt. The grand announcement is put out there and all that kind of stuff. Dale's Vault! And we're off. We're off and running. And we, as I have already explained, are ahead of the game. Because, oh, look at that. We're right here, apparently. We're right here, on the job, as it were. And so all we need to do is unload our men, dance into Egypt, whilst doing a merry... and, you know... and, yeah, and just cut a path through their lands. So if you've got any tips for how we should approach this crusade, whether we should just capture as much land within Egypt as possible, what would be the best land to take, perhaps, within Egypt to get the most war score, feel free to put forward some tips. So, yeah, but yes, after a close shave, we could have been going to war with the Byzantine Empire, which actually, do you know what, I don't think would have been quite so bad as I first thought, because they are the only orthodox people, so I don't think they'd have been calling anyone else to the fight, so you'd have been left with 26,000 men against all of us. But I think this guy has less than 25,000 men. Caliph Farhad? Where's Farhad? Farhad, where are you? Where are you, Mr. Farhad? Where art thou? Yeah, you see, even with all his mates, he's only got like half the force of the Byzantines. So yeah, this is obviously a much better prospect, and especially for us as well, because we may well have our own beneficiary as King of Egypt. We may get a large chunk of this 40 grand. Prestige and piety to make us exalted among men. So yes, all in all, we are in a good place right now. All that is required is for our commanders, who we have entrusted with this job, to ensure that they get the job done. In the next session, we'll crack on. Until then, see you soon.